Warning: the following broadcast may contain content deemed offensive, and the views and opinions expressed by the host are not shared by the Redline Radio Network or most sane human beings. Continue at your own risk.
Coming at you on the Redline Radio Network. All right, grab a cold drink, pull up a chair. You're officially hanging with Deez. Got a cheap mic buzzing and a six-string wheezing, talking live, talking sports and whatever gives us a reason. From Sunday football to a hot new game, if it's loud or ridiculous, it's all the same. No script, no rules, crank it up and see. Welcome to the shit show. You're hanging with Deez. Hanging with Deez. Yeah, the bullshit's free. Laughing too loud like a bar at 12's no 3. Hanging with Deez. Hot takes flying, somebody's always wrong. One man, one mic, one kick-ass song.
Hanging with Deez.
Where the takes are hot and the filters are broken.
Deez says the shit that probably should have stayed unspoken.
Now, let's hurt some feelings.
Here's Deez.
Good Friday afternoon, and welcome to another Hangin' with Deez. I'm, of course, Deez. Joining me today, we got my main man, Shane O'Mac. How we doing,
What
Shane?
up?
How's your Friday going?
I am glad to be off of work. Let me say that first and foremost.
That is no shit. I have Fridays are basically my half day. I work 5 hours.
Nice.
And what's up, Donnie? And because of my completely insane schedule, I go in at like 1 a.m. So I'm leaving at 6. And that's when I do my Walmart run, and then I'm done for the day. So
Nice.
Kind of a twisted way to get a 3-day weekend every week, but it works for me.
Hey, it's all that matters.
So we got quite a slate to talk about. Obviously, first thing we're going to kick off with is some preseason football. Look around, look at my set here. We're definitely going to be a little bit Steeler heavy, but not too Steeler heavy, because we're going to save some of that for Steel City Renegades coming up on Sunday. We'll touch on other games that were played last night, and as much as it pains me, we'll even talk to Mr. Stain here about his Cleveland Brownies and what he's looking forward to.
It pains me as well. Trust me.
So, and then Pat McAfee in the news again. We already covered it with my man Aaron Rodgers, brand new shirt, thanks to the TikTok shop. You know, there's some pretty decent shit you can get on that if you catch it at the right time.
Yeah, I've noticed that, but I feel like it's you got to look often, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because there's people out there that have little t-shirt places or their own personal screen printer or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like they sit there and they just look for something, some trend to pop off or something to go viral. And then literally within a day or two, it's puked all over the TikTok shop. So when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I got to order that. In fact, I ordered another one in a different color that's coming soon. And it's actually got his name and number on the back too. So that'll be fun to wear around Pittsburgh when I go there in September or whatever. Speaking of Pittsburgh, our own Dynamite Dave from Redline Radio is going to be going to Pittsburgh this weekend and should be calling in from Latrobe, the Steelers training camp, for our episode of Steel City Renegades. So looking forward to that. Lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and just start with the Steelers preseason debut last night. against the Green Bay Packers. They're at Heinz Field. I'll never call it Acrisure because it's just not. And I loved what I saw, but then today, like I was telling you, Shane, off air, quickly reminded the bad parts about preseason, and that is the absolutely asinine overreactions that you see.
Yes.
Look, I loved what I saw from both Will Howard and Drew Aller. I liked what I saw from Mason Rudolph. However, trolling some of the other websites and Facebook groups and whatnot, you would automatically assume that Mason Rudolph went 0 for 37 with 14 interceptions, but he didn't. He actually had a really good game for what he was asked to do, and the offensive line got off to a bit rocky start. Didn't get any points because they basically got stuffed at the goal. Not stuffed, but came up just real short at the goal line while Mason was in there. But Will Howard came in, looked really good. Drew Aller came in, played, I believe, the entire second half. And while it was simplified for him, and when I say simplified, I mean if you went and opened up Madden football and went to like curl flats,
Yeah.
or slant flats, like they ran that play like 8 times in a row in one drive. But to his credit, that's one of the things that Aller has been struggling with in camp is the layups. He can throw an amazing deep ball, and we've seen highlights. He can put it right on the money when he gets his feet set, but he's kind of been struggling with the short intermediate stuff. And so it was really good to see him hit those throws, including the tight window that he threw to Caden Weegan, who turned it into a 74-yard run, finished off by a nice RPO run in by Drew Aller. So he did the little things, and that's what you want to see. I don't expect Drew Aller to set the world on fire this year. I just want to see progress, and I think that that's a good start. Same thing with Will Howard. Will Howard doesn't have the arm that Aller does. There's a little less zip on his ball, but he made good decisions, got outside the pocket. Nice pickup of a first down to Bobby Tunyon, who I think is another good pickup for us as far as third tight ends go. But yeah, I was impressed, man. 28 points in a preseason, the first preseason game, tells me that the guys are at least getting the offense. You know, usually the first preseason games are pretty sloppy, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, hell, I can just going through the scores of the other games last night. 13, 27-14, 27-7, 19-13. Nobody was really blowing the doors off the place. So to see them go and get 4 touchdowns in a preseason game, awesome. You know, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the games yesterday, but I will say I did see highlights from the Hall of Fame game, and the final score was 33-30, which I think that's pretty good considering, you know, first football game on TV for the year, like close game, probably pretty, you know, back and forth. I didn't watch it, but you know,
that game was funner to watch. Like if you weren't like a diehard fan or whatever, and you just wanted to watch an exciting football game, it was better than the Super Bowl. Like,
well,
the
Super Bowl
it really was.
The Super Bowl was to be desired at times.
Yeah, like if you got a guy from Zimbabwe who didn't know what the fuck football was,
right,
and he wanted to learn, and you sat him down and you made him watch that game, he'd be like, "This is fucking awesome." You know what I mean? Like,
right,
whereas we're like, okay, yeah, most of those guys are going to be selling Toyotas here in a few weeks, but still, it was exciting. So yeah, to see a team click like that when we finally have an offensive coach, like I'm excited. But again, I'm a bit reserved in that while I liked what I saw from those two particular guys being Will Howard and Drew Aller, let's pump the brakes. Let's see them do it consistently and against a little bit better competition. I'd like to see them both get in the game. For Will Howard, who I think could be a backup quarterback, I still stand by the belief that he won't be. I think that they're not going to go into the season with a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers with only Will Howard as their backup, unless he absolutely dazzles these next 2 games. That's the only way I would feel comfortable. Right now, I feel that if we go into the season and Aaron sprains an ankle and has to miss a couple games, I feel like Mason can go in and not lose the games. The talent that they've put around him in the systems that they've put around him, we could survive a minor, 1, 2, even 3-week injury. Problem is you can't script that, so you don't know. Like if Aaron, if Aaron blows his knee out in week 2 and he's done for the year, then I would love to have Will Howard in there and just throw him to the wolves and see what happens. But you don't get to choose that. They're going to have to make some tough decisions. Liked what I saw out of some of the younger defensive linemen, like Gabe Rubio, who nobody knew who the fuck he was before he was drafted, and looks like he's going to make the team. So I'm happy to see that. It's baby steps, but hey, football's back and we're happy about it. Speaking of happy about it, what are you looking for tomorrow when your Cleveland Browns take the field? And we already know that Deshaun Watson has been named the starter for this week. I believe they said Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starter next week. What are you looking to see?
I want to see better offensive line play than last year because it was horrid. I think that was a lot of the issues with quarterback play on top of they're just not the quarter. Well, Deshaun, I don't know. Like, how good can he be if the line is good? Because he hasn't played in basically 2 years. Like, you lose steps. That's a proven fact in this league. If you're not playing, you're losing steps. So I just want to be competitive. Like, just show me competitive.
You're asking
That's
a
what
lot.
I'm looking for. I know. But we have young talent on offense, and the defense is going to be there. Like, yeah, we lost Myles Garrett. Yeah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I get it. But he's one guy, and you could argue that I'm not saying Verse is better. I would never say that currently in this stage in his career. But he's already proven he does more than what Myles does. So, light at the end of the tunnel.
He's more of an all-around player than Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Clearly he's not the pass rusher that Myles Garrett is. I don't think anybody is right now at this stage of Myles' career. Yeah. But he does bring a little bit more to the table. Like, that's been my biggest argument all along between TJ and Myles there for those couple of years that they were really, really battling. Mm-hmm. TJ did more. Other than, not just rushing the passer. TJ was getting picks. He was getting forced fumbles. He was getting tackles for loss, whereas Myles Garrett was just killing quarterbacks. Yeah. And he did it very, very well, mind you.
Yeah.
But there for a stretch, to me, there was no argument. Like, peak Watt over peak Garrett was a no-brainer to me. The last couple of years, Watt has kind of, whether it be by hook or crook, injury or scheme, whatever you want to say, Myles has been head and shoulders above. I think TJ is going to have a bit of a bounce back year with fresh eyes and a new scheme. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But yeah, versus solid, man. Like, that's going to be different. I don't think it's necessarily going to be all bad different. There's more they can do with Jared Verse. And it pains me to say this, but on paper, Cleveland had one of the better drafts in the NFL, I think. I mean, it's hard to argue.
Yeah, I'm skeptical, but I'm not on both of the receivers. Like, I feel like receivers out of college into the NFL, it's either, you're going to get one out of a handful, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to be one or the other. I want both of them to be equally good, but we have the young talent on offense still. I think Harold Fannin Jr. is going to be really good. If we have an offensive line that can block a little, Quinshon Judkins is going to be probably just as good if he doesn't get hurt again. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
we just need a competent quarterback that can get rid of the ball in a timely manner during a pass rush. That's what we need.
Now,
That's
if
all.
I'm not mistaken, did they named Denzel Boston starter, right?
I believe so. Yes.
And then you guys also got KC, right? KC
Casey
Concepcion.
Concepcion. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he's more of a slot guy. Would be anyways. I feel like Boston's the bigger, probably the number one. I don't know. Like I don't want to say Judy was damaged goods but he was. There was a reason Denver got rid of him. There was a reason. So I mean, whether he's dropping passes, I mean, I hate to say on purpose, but like he just got that much worse. Like he was good. Something happened, and then we got him, and it was just, I don't want to say complete ass, but it wasn't good. That's what I know. So.
Yeah, I see KC being, like I said, more of the versatile guy. Denzel Boston was kind of I don't want to say a one-trick pony, but he wasn't a guy that moved around a lot. He was an outside guy, big play guy. Obviously, he's huge. He's a good combat catch guy, so he could, bring you the big play threat. Whereas KC can kind of be that underneath guy who also can make big plays, and he's a really good route runner. So he could be the big possession guy. Whereas Denzel's going to be the guy hitting home runs if you got a guy that can throw him the ball consistently, like you said. But
right, like I mean, both of the guys I feel like that should be the starter have the arm to get him the ball in the right situations. Like Shador does need to learn more. Does he have talent? Yes. Do I think he's going to be a superstar? Probably not. But could he be suitable if we have a good offensive line and can get the job done? I think he could be. We just got to get there.
Yeah, I think Sanders can be a solid NFL starting quarterback if, first and foremost, he gets out of his own way.
Yeah.
Just play ball, leave the entourage behind.
Yeah, leave him at home.
Those guys will be around, but for now, focus on becoming the best NFL quarterback you can, and there'll be time for all the extra bullshit, when you prove that you belong. But right now, to come in, the way he did, he kind of brought a lot of that shit on himself.
100%.
Now it's just go out and prove it, and if he does that, then nobody will care. At least nobody in Cleveland will care. The rest of us will hate his fucking guts. But
yeah, right. But I mean, somebody's always going to care. Like, there's going to be,
Oh yeah, haters going to hate.
Yeah,
and especially when we're talking about my guys against your guys.
100%.
Looking forward to that. Just looking at the rest of the slate here. Mendoza made his debut last night. Looked solid, threw a touchdown. What's your take on Mendoza?
I don't want to say overhyped, but I've seen a lot really solid college quarterbacks get in the league, and it's nothing. It's crickets because it's that much different. Like
the one thing I will say about Mendoza is, you're right. You see guys come in that are like super overhyped, but Mendoza came in to Indiana and did it to the teams that he did it to. That's what's impressive, and what tells me that maybe he is legit. He didn't have all pros all around him like quarterbacks in Alabama or Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, a lot of those guys ended up getting drafted. A lot of it was NIL deals, but they still weren't household names until like midway through the season. Everybody started to notice they weren't, five-star recruits the way, like, for example, Will Howard had a whole fucking NFL roster on his team.
Yes.
And Mendoza didn't. So now I don't have a whole lot of faith with him at the Raiders organization, but we'll see.
Right. Because arguably he's got the best tight end in football. You could argue that. I mean, Genty if he's not hurt, showed that he had what it takes to be in the league. So, like, you just got to have what it boils down to on most teams. You got to have offensive line, man. Like, it starts there.
For sure.
If the quarterback has 1.5 seconds to make decisions, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. So
gun to your head with this shit that we're hearing about Kirk Cousins and Max Crosby. Do you think Max is on the team week 1?
I hope so, because I kind of like Max. Like, a lot of people might not, but I kind of do. So, like, I don't know. I want him to be on the team. I feel like he's a Raider, if that makes sense.
How you doing, Gene? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, he definitely fits in the mold there. Me being, a lifelong Raider hater, I do like Max. I respect his game, so I'd like to see him go somewhere else. I'm more afraid of where he would go, so let's just keep his ass there.
Oh, where he was gonna be going?
Well, yeah, there's that too, but I think as a Steeler fan, I think we made out better in that deal as opposed to, Max Crosby going to the Ravens as opposed to Hendrickson going to the Ravens. To me is night and day. Hendrickson's a great pass rusher, but again, back to the TJ versus Miles argument. Max is a better all-around defensive end than Trey Hendrickson is. Mm-hmm. So I would much rather have Trey Hendrickson against me 2 times a year than Max Crosby.
Not too in-depth because we've already talked about it probably on 4 shows, but like what a train wreck that was. The Max Baltimore. That was a train wreck, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Remorse. I don't give a fuck what Baltimore says. They realized that they could get Trey Hendrickson for cheaper.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. That was just a load of shit. Other games, we got the Panthers taking on the Bills, Browns, Bears. We talked about Vikings, Giants. Get to see Jackson Dart. I don't think Malik Neighbors will be back yet. Rams, Chiefs, Jags, Saints, Eagles, Ravens, Cowboys, Seahawks. Is there anybody that you want to see that you're curious about? That
I mean, we're not going to see enough, but like in our group chat, like the back and forth with Kyler and JJ, like I don't like Kyle Murray was good in college, yeah, he was, but I just don't know what it is in the NFL.
I've never bought into Kyler Murray in the NFL. I think he's a mediocre quarterback, like I said in the group chat, mediocre quarterback who flashes spectacular every now and then. Like, a couple times a season, he'll leave you just like, holy shit, I can't believe that happened. But then he'll also get absolutely crushed and fumble or, like it's just, he's not a guy I think I'd want to trust my franchise to. I'm not going to give him $60 million a year. I just don't know, man. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I talked a lot of shit about Lamar Jackson for a long time, and he proved me wrong. Like, he turned into an elite quarterback. Yes. I don't see that happening with Kyler Murray. I just don't.
No, it's just too. I mean, it's not even a size thing. I just don't think he's got what it takes in the NFL to be elite.
So the other thing that we're going to talk about today, we talked about him last week in a different aspect because of this shirt, but he's in the news again in a different way, and that is not arguably, in my opinion, he is literally the face of sports media right now, and that's Pat McAfee. He was invited by ESPN and ABC, which he licensed his show to. And again, this is a discussion that we had last week that a lot of people on one specific side of the aisle don't seem to grasp. He does not work for them. He works with them. But he was invited to basically represent sports in this Patriot games put on by the Trump administration. Now, this isn't I'm a MAGA guy, anything like that, because quite frankly, that's not what it's about. This whole movement this week on the very far side of the left, trying to cancel him simply for sitting in the fucking stands next to the president during this event. And now they're trying to say that, oh, he likes pedophiles, and which I don't show me evidence. I'm so sick of hearing that. Like, you don't have to like the guy, you don't have to respect the guy, but there has been 0.0 pieces of evidence of anything of that nature. It's just something that they immediately gravitate to when they want to, say something negative, just like the whole Nazi and all that other bullshit. It's unbelievable what lengths, and this can be said for both sides, really. I'm not even picking on that, on the far radical left. The far radical right, they're just as bad. Like,
agreed.
And it's the biggest part of this country's problem is the fact that you have to be fighting about something.
Mm-hmm.
But for these people to get on X and basically talk about how, like, Pat McAfee's done and he's going to be canceled, his show is going to be over. Like, how insane are you people to think that Pat McAfee gives a single solitary fuck about what you think about him when he has made it abundantly clear that he does not care what people think. He just does his thing with his boys. They put on a good show. They don't even talk politics on the show.
They do not.
They had Aaron on, and they kind of hemmed around the whole COVID thing back in the day.
Yeah.
But they've never once said, we support this side or we support that side. And what up, Dave?
Yo, Dave. What's up?
For them to, like I said, to basically bring out the pitchforks and try to cancel the guy for sitting there next to the president.
I feel like I talked to somebody about this because I was telling him that I was going to be doing this. And I feel like in this situation, just merely being there, he is going to be attacked and put in that bubble just because those people are going to do it regardless.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not, I mean, I don't know how he votes or how he thinks. I don't know how Pat thinks. And frankly, I don't care. I just want him to put on arguably the greatest sports show on TV because it's him and the boys hanging out. Like, we said it last week probably on this show. Like, that's the dream for us, you and I. That's our dream. Yeah. Hanging out with the boys in the basement, just saying whatever we want, talking about sports. Like, he's living the dream, most middle-aged men's dream, and good for him. Yeah. And also, he has the money to a point where it's sort of FU status. Like, I don't care what you say or think because you don't bother me ever. So, I don't know. I just think it's a reach and it's an attack just simply because he was invited there and simply because Donald Trump was there. That's what it is.
And the thing was, it was held in Ohio.
Yep, I've been to that place.
He lives in Indianapolis, so it's not like he flew halfway across the country to be a part of this. Like, it was local.
He didn't fly in a private jet to get there. Well, he might have.
He probably did because he has his own because he's got
my bad.
He's got fuck you money. But still, the point being, it's his show. He built it from the ground up. They started in a fucking basement, went to an RV, then had the brief stint at Barstool, then did his own thing on YouTube. And ESPN pays him to broadcast the show on their channel. They do not, they are not his employer. They have zero control over who he puts on his show. And as we witnessed a little over a week ago, they have zero control over what people say on his show about the network. He literally had this man on his show basically saying fuck ESPN while he was on ESPN.
And another thing, like, why the hate? Because like so when he's on game day, is he an employee of ESPN or Disney or what? I mean, you know what I mean? Disney owns everything.
I have to think that is a separate
contract?
entity. Yeah.
Okay. Fair. Yes.
Be my assumption.
He's giving away money, correct? Like that's
millions.
Yeah, like that's not some very wealthy schmo giving away money. That's him giving away money. Like
just last season alone, I want to say he gave away upwards of $3 million, both to charities and to the people doing the kicks, you know, for their scholarships and whatnot. He's given them over $2.5 million to his former high school.
Make any? Like, don't make it. I think you get something, or your you know, cause gets something.
No, usually, like if he says that we're giving away, like he did a lot of stuff like for storm relief and things like that. Yeah. He's giving away that, but usually if they miss the kick, like at least on the air, they don't get really much of anything. So, but still, the opportunity is there. And usually he gives them second opportunities.
100%. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
You know, unless it's so bad that he knows that, you know,
right,
it's a waste of time.
Yes.
And like he went to Plum High School outside or in the Pittsburgh area. He's given them over $2.5 million for their sports stuff, giving away countless stuff in Indianapolis. Like
probably West Virginia, I would imagine.
For sure. And for people to sit there and say that, oh, this is all, you know, him kissing the MAGA ass and everything. Like, no, he is, whether you like it or not, he has taken this brand that he built with his own two hands and help from his friends and turned the Pat McAfee brand into the most recognizable thing in all of sports media. All of it.
I would agree.
Like his face is everywhere. And there's a reason that ESPN puts his show on every day, puts him on game day, does the simulcast with the college football playoff games. Like he is recognizable and he's entertaining and people watch. Yeah. And with that, obviously there's haters. You can go on Reddit right now. There's a whole section of people that hate him and think that he completely changed when he went to ESPN. I've been watching his show since, you know, the early YouTube days. I don't really think he's changed a whole lot, maybe a little bit.
Right.
But that's because they've gotten bigger and now they want to draw those big name guests that they get every week. Yeah. So you got to have at least a little more decorum than what they had back then. So I get that. But these fucking idiots, like I would still be sitting at my work computer fucking typing away responses to some of these idiots if I'd have said everything that I wanted to say. Like it's like you realize he's sitting there scrolling this just laughing at you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's a microcosm of the bigger problem in this country.
Yes.
And that is that, you know, you can't disagree with people anymore. Right. You can't have different beliefs than people anymore. Because, you know, if you think this guy did this good, well, you're a racist and you're a sex offender and a convicted felon. And, oh, well, if you think this, then, you know, you want to murder babies. And again, this is on both sides. Like, no, how about I have my belief, you have your belief. They don't coincide. So guess what? Let's not talk about it. And let's just fucking get on with our lives.
Yeah, nobody knows how to have adult conversations anymore.
No, I'm glad that I'm as old as I am. And this is morbid to fucking say, but I won't be here long enough to see the final nail. Because eventually, like without getting too, political or whatever,
Yeah.
we are watching the beginning of the end of civilization as we know it.
Yeah, I would agree. It's
I
bad.
weep for the future, like I'm glad I didn't have kids, because there are a lot of kids right now that are under the age of 10 that I don't even want to imagine the kind of country / world that is going to exist by the time they are in their 20s and 30s. Like,
yeah.
It's frightening, to be honest with you. It really is.
Yeah, that is very true.
And the best part about all of that is that Pat McAfee released an album today called The Diary of a Polarizing Figure.
I saw that on X. I did.
That he's been working on literally for months, and he's been dabbling in music. He's got a friendship with Jelly Roll, that's a whole nother fucking story we could dive into, about how people need to worry about their own lives rather than fucking celebrity bullshit. But with the hate that he's gotten over this, he's basically like every time he chooses to reply to somebody on X, he uses it to basically plug the album.
Yes, that's how I was seeing it. I was like, what is he talking about? And then it clicked. I was like, yeah, he's putting something out.
I'm going to check it out. He says there's like all genres. He's got some country, a little bit of rap, a little bit of rock. So I'm going to check it out just to see what it's like. And I'll give my honest opinion on it. I think I've been in the scene long enough that I can tell what's a decent song and what isn't, even if it's a genre I'm not really a huge fan of. I've been a DJ since I was 22 years old. So I think I still have an ear for what's a banger and what isn't.
As the kids say.
Yeah, right.
A banger.
Speaking of DJs, one of these days we'll have to start breaking into my old true stories of a strip club DJ.
Oh man,
because I've got a few of those that
I don't like not my first experience in a gentleman's club, but the first time I, let's say, got a dance, the song that was playing, now that I'm older and I think back on it, I'm like, why was this playing in a gentleman's club? So yeah.
Well,
interesting.
Now I have to ask, was it the Bloodhound Gang?
No, it was Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River.
Okay, well, while I do see your point, as somebody who was a strip club DJ, it's got a sexy sound.
Okay, fair, it does, but
yes,
for a first time of that, didn't quite align at the time.
Yeah, just real quick, there at the club I worked at, we worked for tips, and they didn't force the girls to tip. Well, the girls that didn't tip, they didn't get to tell me what I'm going to play.
Right.
And so there were times that, like, if it was a girl that was notorious for never, ever doing anything to take care of her DJ, I made sure to never do anything to take care of her as far as promoting or playing music that I knew that she liked. Like, if one girl that always asked for R&B, Metallica it is. But there was one time where a girl that I definitely didn't like, I watched her. It was a promotion, 2-for-1 type special.
Yeah.
And she was this was a day shift, which that's a whole fucking topic right there.
Yeah, that's a whole 2 shows probably.
Yeah. It was a day shift, and she was the only one who sold the 2-for-1. So away she went. So because of the marketing genius that it is, the first song is the one that is playing when you're introducing them. So basically they're eating up like 3/4 of a fucking song with that.
Of course.
But the second song, they pretty much go the whole way. So I made a point to play the Bloodhound Gangs, a lap dance is so much better when the stripper is crying. Have you ever heard that song?
I have not, but the title alone makes it laughable.
Well, are you familiar with the Bloodhound Gang?
I am.
Yes. Spotify that song sometime and then just picture that scenario playing out. This girl in there trying to get her sexy on, and all of a sudden that song comes on. Like, the distraction factor was just absolutely golden. And I got a drink thrown at me for it, and she got sent home, but it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it.
Then there couldn't have been much entertainment there then.
I was pretty fucking entertained.
Well, touche.
She wasn't the only dancer that was working. She was just the only one that happened to sell the 2-for-1 lap dance special of that particular hour's promotion. So like I had other C-list strippers there to fill out the rest of. I mean, it's day shift, bro.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah. Like you got varsity, and then you got junior varsity, and then you got the fucking intramural squad. Well,
yeah, that's definitely daytime.
Yep, day shift was pretty much intramurals. So anyway, Pat McAfee doesn't give a fuck about your opinion. Like,
correct, he does not.
He's gonna make his millions no matter what, and no matter what you think about our president, he's our president, and there ain't a goddamn thing that you can do about it. So you might as well just live your life. Like, you're not going to change that side's mind, and side not going to change your mind. Just live your best life and stop worrying about what everybody's fucking doing. Form your own opinions. Don't just buy into whatever CSNBC or fucking Fox News tells you on whatever side of the aisle.
Any of them. Yeah. Use your brain, question a lot of things, and do your own research. Like, use what you got up here.
That's why I used to love George Carlin so much. He had this thing where he's like, I'm not a good American because I have this thing that I do called thinking. And I like to form my own opinions and not what somebody on some jackass on TV tells me.
Right.
That's
a whole nother show on a different network probably. But anyways.
Yeah. All right. Video games are making a little bit of a splash right now. The big splash was I'd say a month ago, 2 months ago, but it's about to make another big splash. I know you've been kind of out of the loop for 5-6 years?
Yeah, roughly. I mean, I have friends that play often. So like, I hear things. I got a friend that is very into the show. Probably plays it every night, I bet. So, I mean, I have some knowledge, but I have not played what we're going to talk about in quite some time.
You need to buy a system just for this.
I know.
Because it is going to be fucking phenomenal. What we're talking about is Grand Theft Auto. And when this motherfucker comes out, I will probably be streaming it on here. I'm going to be stealing cars, robbing places, killing women of the night to get my money back. All the good stuff that comes with Grand Theft Auto 6 that gamers have been waiting for 13 years since the last one came out. Obviously, Rockstar Games, they don't miss. Like, they put out, again, to borrow the word of the youngins, banger after banger after banger. And for my money, they currently hold the title of they created the greatest video game of all time. And for me, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. And I think I'm hoping anyway that this is going to top that. I do have some concerns about it that I will share in a little bit. However, they're doing something unprecedented. Well, a couple things that are unprecedented, and PlayStation has gotten involved, and that caused an issue. So they announced that the game is finally coming out November 19th after a year delay. I think it was actually delayed twice. It went from like May of 25 to then the fall, and now it's coming up November 19th of this year. As we sit here today, all signs point to that it is a go. But the first announcement was that the game is going to come out and the pricing of the game. You were going to have a standard edition for $79.99, which is more expensive than typical standard games by $10 or $20, depending on what kind of game.
Yep.
And then the deluxe or ultra, I don't even remember what the hell it's called, the special edition for $100. People lost their fucking minds because the price went up. But video games are an industry that have not been affected by inflation the way almost every other industry has.
Every other one.
You know, you think about the time and effort and manpower that goes into these kinds of games that, again, have taken, it's been 13 years since the last one, but if we're being completely fair and honest, we could say that they've probably been working on this game for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
To the tune of, I believe, over $1 billion budget that they're on right now. So you're going to really get pissed because they're asking for an extra 10 or 20 bucks of a game that you are going to play for years.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like we were talking prior, like the amount of hours of gameplay that you're going to be able to have for a one-time fee of even at, let's say, $120. What are you complaining about? Like, what? That's,
yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, this isn't Madden or NBA 2K where they pump out just the same reskinned shit every year.
Yes.
This is Grand Theft Auto. This is hours and hours and hours and hours of different gameplay, and that's just story mode. And then on top of that, you get the online mode, which we're anxiously waiting details for. But again, there are people right now still playing the shit out of a 13-year-old game because they are still putting content out for this 13-year-old game. So, yeah, take my extra $10 or $20, please.
Right.
Like their track record, they've earned it. Like they've literally earned with what they have done. And so on top of that, so PlayStation has announced that they are not going to produce content games on disc anymore. And again, we had a group of people that have absolutely lost their minds because they want disc content. And me personally, I have not bought a disc in over 10 years. Because you know what happens when I buy a disc?
You lose it?
I lose the motherfucker, or I scratch it, or
right.
You know, somebody fucking borrows it and you don't get it back. Like, I just download it. So I download the game, I play it until I'm done playing it, and then I delete it. But when I want to go back, I download it again. You know, it's we have high-speed internet. I literally have a library of like 80 games that I can literally have within 10 or 15 minutes. So I don't care about a disc. I understand as a from the like collectors, because that is a thing. I'm not familiar with the collector market. I don't know, how big of an industry that is. I'm sure it's quite large, but like times change. Like it's over.
I know that, like, when you say collectors, I know that, like, I don't know what they're called out your way, but it's called the Exchange here, where they sell video games, records, jerseys.
We have them.
Okay. Like, if you take the discs away, like, I don't know if exchanges necessarily are going away because they have the other things. I mean, people are still buying records now. Like, if that came back. So, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I probably will, when I go to purchase a system and get a game, I'm probably going to be digital, because why have a box laying around or a disc you're probably going to scratch? Because you ain't going to put it back in the box every time. Trust me, I know. I did it before. So,
And see, the speculation is basically what you just brought up, and that's the secondary market. You're not going to be able to buy a game and play it for a few months and then take it to Mega Replay or wherever, and for fucking $4, and then they turn around and resell it for 50.
Exactly.
And I mean, I get that. Is it great? No, but that's only because that's what we've been used to. But from the other side of the coin, I kind of understand that. Like if you're one of those companies, you want to get paid for your product and not, turn it into a rental situation. It's licensing like it is. And then the big complaint is, well, if it's offline or if it's only on your hard drive, what if your internet goes out, then you can't play the game. Well, guess what? You can't fucking play them anyway. Because most game systems have to be connected to the internet. There are some that still don't require it, but the list is growing shorter every year as far as how many you can actually play without being connected to the internet. So
it's probably not that many.
No, it's not. And the newest thing that has come out is this right here. Netflix has gotten involved, and they made this announcement a little over a week ago as people have been clamoring for the fabled third trailer because that's just what Rockstar typically does. And Netflix has paired with Rockstar, and they are literally going to offer this extended look at the game on Netflix, a pay service, mind you, on August 27th for a 6-hour window. So it's going to go live at 3:00 until 9:00. And then after 9:00 Eastern, all of this content, whatever it is, they haven't really said what it is going to be available on the Rockstar YouTubes. So what are your thoughts on something like this happening?
I mean, it's the first time for me seeing a game being like released per se like that. Like, so are they showing 6 hours of never released before content of the game? Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I have to assume, because they really haven't shown much in the trailers. Like there was a teaser and then there was a longer trailer. So they haven't shown a lot. They've shown a little bit of the backstory. You kind of get the gist of what's going on with the two main playable characters. But there's not really a lot more to it. Through various releases and leaks and whatnot, we know that it's obviously back in Vice City, and the map is supposed to be massive compared to what we're used to in Rockstar games. It's supposed to be bigger than any map they've ever put out. But we haven't seen any actual gameplay. We haven't got any word on how the online system is going to work, which is a huge selling point. And they haven't really said what it is. So basically it's like, hey, if you got Netflix, boom, tune in and watch this. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really curious as to how much of a ad-filled infomercial this thing is going to be, because I guarantee you it's going to be a lot like the WWE content in that, you're going to get 10 minutes of content and then 2 minutes of ads, 10 minutes of content. And it's probably something that it isn't going to be a 6-hour special. It's just a 6-hour window that it's available exclusively on Netflix.
Got it. So it may only be, I dare I say, an hour.
If I had to guess, I would say, it's going to be a 1-hour special. And that 1 hour, I say very loosely because I think that it's going to have ads in it.
Yeah.
And they're going to give people 6 hours.
If you missed it, you can catch it
before everybody else gets it at 9:00.
Yeah.
It's I was on Netflix. I saw it before Jimmy because his poor ass doesn't have Netflix.
Right.
But I already know what's going to happen. And as soon as some idiot, not idiot, but there's going to be people that are on Netflix. They're going to be streaming it. Like everything that you're going to possibly want to know is going to be available by 7 p.m. that night because somebody is going to be streaming. And even if they can't necessarily screen share, they're going to sit there and be like, okay, now this is happening. Now this is happening. Like they're going to narrate everything. Everybody's going to know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't care because I have Netflix. Not that big a deal to me. But at the same time, for Netflix, it's marketing genius.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Because
Definitely.
there are people that will literally sign up for Netflix for 1 month to watch this.
You're 1,000% right, and that's just crazy. Like,
Yes. Even though they can wait till 9 o'clock
right
and see it for free,
on YouTube,
they will throw their money at Netflix to be able to watch this at 6 o'clock and 1 second on Thursday, October 27th.
just to say,
I was there, man.
I was there, man. I watched it live as soon as it came on.
Yeah, and it's just funny, but and again, the people that are up in arms about this, like, who cares? Like, it isn't life changing. It doesn't change when the game is coming out. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be, and for this to be such a big deal to these people, on top of the price and everything else, like, it's just funny. I get a kick out of when you see shit like that, just to watch people absolutely lose their shit.
Yeah, it is. It's just interesting for sure.
All right. What was the other thing? Oh, you had the. So we're going to end the show with a little baseball trivia.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, and I'm not, to be fair, a huge baseball guy, but drop a comment if you can figure this out. Doesn't matter when you watch it. But
Yes.
doesn't matter where you're watching it. Drop a comment. Tell us who this player is that I am about to show you. And there it is. There you go. That's how we're going to end the show today. Guess the MLB player that played for fucking everybody.
Quite a list.
Half the AL and then a few National League teams. I got it wrong. I guessed a guy that I know of because he's local to me. I didn't think he played for that many teams, but again, I'm not a huge baseball fan, so I wasn't 100% sure. But
Yeah, it took me a minute to figure it out. Even he started out playing for my team, but I did figure it out. So without using Google. So
yeah, but we know that most people won't do that. But
correct.
All right. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap us up. I am still going to put together a show for NBA 2K. I'm trying to get some of my boys from New York to jump on that. We're going to talk about that because we've all been huge NBA 2K players. I'm not going to be one this year. And that'll be part of my big protest show. Oh, we have AI comments now via Twitch. Isn't AI awesome?
Yeah, it's the best. I don't even know what had it. I don't.
Harmless
patricians, harmless patricians.
Reparation. Is that?
Yes, harmless reparations. That's it. Sorry.
Not even.
Yep.
Welcome
to the internet.
So drop a comment. Tell us who that MLB player is.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Oh, well, tell us there.
Okay, Mr. Adam Wissinger.
Type it out. Come on.
Yes. I'll get you a prize.
Put those sausages to work. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll both be back here tomorrow.
We will. And
right here
Adam,
on
maybe he'll answer by then.
Yeah, right. We can give it away tomorrow morning. Unscripted, right here on Redline Radio.
Yes, sir.
Redline Radio, obviously brought to you by Outlaw Light Beer, the official beer of Redline Radio. Hopefully, I don't get banned on Kick or Twitch for that, but shit happens. We'll be on here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. After I cook my big fat ass breakfast like I normally do.
Bacon.
Adam, you're gonna need to come up with a top 5 for us so I can sleep on it, as opposed to letting us know what it is at 8:55 tomorrow. per the usual.
Per the usual. Wouldn't be unscripted without it.
Right. And we'll talk more shit about preseason football tomorrow.
Yes.
And whatever else we can come up with for a 2-hour block,
And
barring
what
any
I had-
technical
and
issues.
what I had for lunch this week.
Well, my whole life is a technical issue, Adam. So
Oh, man.
what was it? We said it last week during the show. Did we? I don't know. I'll have to go back.
Oh, yeah. We'll scroll back through all the nonsense.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, we'll be here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, unscripted, right here on Redline Radio. Shane, I appreciate you stopping by.
Later.
We will be back with Hanging with Deez. I don't know. Next time I feel like doing a show, but I appreciate you all. We'll see you next time. See ya.
Later.
You're watching the Redline Radio Network.